Hi, this is Obu and welcome to the second session of Do Your Own Financial Planning course. If you haven't watched it already, you can revise the introductory session as well as the session 1, wherein we have calculated your personal net worth. So, in the previous session, we have calculated your personal net worth. We have also analyzed your income statement, as in your money inflow and outflow in terms of expenses, investments, loans and taxes, analyzing how much of it is going where. In this session, we'll be working toward defining your goals and also calculate how much you must invest monthly to achieve those goals. So I have here opened the Excel sheet template which we are working on from last session. So in the last session, we have created your personal net worth statement. Then we have created your income inflow and outflow, as well as we have done tax calculations to find out, one, how much tax you will be paying, second, if there are any ways to reduce your tax. In this session, we will be working on this sheet, the sheet named goals, to define your goals and find out how much you must invest monthly to achieve these goals. And this session 2 is the most simplest of all the sessions. This is the only worksheet which we will be working on this session. So ideally, this is more of a thinking exercise rather than doing exercise. So the major part for you is to think about your goals and then write down. I mean, like, what is that you want to really do in future? Like, some people have some common goals, like, the people want to have retirement fund, corpus fund for their children's marriage, education, and then like they might want to build a big bungalow or car, or I mean, like, whatever goals. So but the point is, these goals should be specific to you. I mean, like, some goals could be common to all, but what we are really focusing on is what is that you really want to do in your life. Unless you know where you want it to go, only then you will be able to find the path to reach there. So coming back to this worksheet, this is one sample goal. I mean, like, this is one I just created for a big ambitious person. So his goals are, first thing is he wants to have financial independence, as in whether he works or not, he wants to earn at least 1.5 lakh per month today. So that is his first goal. So basically, having the option to not work and do whatever you want. So that is the first goal. The second goal is, like, for kids education, having like 15 lakhs, assuming 2 kids, and having 15 lakhs each for their higher education. The third goal is probably a world tour. Then the fourth one is kids marriage, which in an Indian context, it varies from community to community, but on average I am putting like 20 lakh as marriage expenses. So for 2 kids, around 20 plus 30 lakh. So that would, so for 2 kids, today 50 lakh would be good enough for them to get married. Then probably you would want to gift someone, do some charity work. The other one is, like, you might want to have a very big garden, with very open space. You want to have a very luxury house, very peaceful, calm, large, with a garden where you can just relax. And probably add to that house, luxury car would be better. And finally, you build some corpus for emergencies and gifting. This is other than the charity fund which you want to build. So these are actually my goals in terms of, let's say, if there is no constraint, what is the life I want to live. So these are my goals. Now let us put a value to these goals. So as I said, 1.5 lakh per month I want to earn. So as of today, if I have to earn 1.5 lakh per month, I'm just calculating how much that would be. So I need 1.5 lakh per month. Okay, into yearly I would need around what do we call 12 lakhs plus 6 lakhs, around 18 lakhs we will need yearly as an income. So if you want to get 18 lakhs as interest, let's say you put some amount in bank and you should get 18 lakhs as interest with monthly interest of 1.5 lakh. We are assuming a post-tax rate of 0.06, which is like we are assuming a interest rate of 6% post-tax. So that would require around 3 crores today. So let's say if I have 3 crores today, I put in a bank, monthly I earn 1.5 lakh. The second goal for kids higher education, we assume like 15 lakh per person. So I'm putting the today's cost as of today. I'm putting 30 lakhs for that. World tour 25 lakhs. Kids marriage, probably I'll put 50 lakh. As of today's date. So I'm assuming that today if I have 50 lakhs, I can marry 2 guys, 2 adults. Another 15 lakh for charity, and a big house with garden, a luxury one. So probably I'm putting a 2.5 crore. Obviously not in the very posh locality, but probably a bit outside the city where I can afford to live in a more villa kind of space. So that's my goal. Luxury car of 40 lakhs and another 20 lakhs for emergency. So if we calculate the value of these goals as of today, it is around 7.3 crores. Let's say if I have 7.3 crores with me, then I'm set for my life. I mean, like, I have most of my life goals are done. If I inherit this much money, probably I don't have to work. As of today, if I have to achieve all these goals, I need to have 7.3 crore. It would be very nice if I had this money, but I really don't. So let's see how much I have to invest to get to these goals. I'm also feeling like the current year as well as when I would need these goals. So like financial independence, basically this is for my retirement. So I'm giving 20 years for this. Kids education around 19 years. World tour I plan in 9 years. Then marriage after 24 years, kids marriage. Charity, that is a longer term goal. So I'm putting it for 30 years. Ideally I would put it at 15 years. Okay. Open house, this is again my retirement plan. I'm putting 20 years goal. Luxury car, probably I would want to have soon. And emergency and gifting, I'll just put another 15 years for this. And I'm also putting the inflation. So yeah, financial independence, basically cost of living. In the future outlook, 8% will be conservative, but even 6% should also be okay. So I'm putting 8%. Higher education, probably it's very costly now, 10%. World tour, yeah, you can look at 6% here because of the world's inflation. Kids marriage 8%, charity 6%, house, property right, these 10% could be the average growth. So I'm putting 10% here. Car prices 10%, and this corpus for gift I'm putting 6%. So basically what I'm assuming here is today it cost me 3 crores, I'll be financially free, but next year I would need 8% extra to this 3 crores to have the same level of lifestyle which I wanted. So that is the whole purpose of inflation. So this means that after 20 years, I would need around 13 crores of money to be able to earn and have a lifestyle which is like corresponding to 1.55. I am earning 1.5 lakh now per month. So likewise for others, and the total value of my goal is around 38 crores. So basically today I need, if I have to satisfy all these goals today, I need 7.3 crores, but because I'll be needing them in future and counting on inflation, probably I would need 38 crore to achieve these goals. Okay, now we know that these are the goals which I want to achieve. We have put in a value for it. We know when we need it. So the SMART goal is done. We have a specific goal. We have measured it in terms of the amount. It is achievability is the one which we'll be looking at. We also have a timeline for this. There were some minor modifications which I've done. So basically, like check that the formulas are correct here. Basically, the year and the years to go both are matching it as per the formula. Okay. Now these goals are the same as the above, which I've populated from the previous table and the present cost, and this column means that what is your current provision. I mean, how much money you have currently to achieve. That means how much money you currently have for that goal. So let's say we start from 0. So I don't have any past, any inherited money, any existing money. How much I would need to invest to achieve these goals. So all of these are 0. So and let's say I would invest only in banks. So banks give me 6% post tax. So to achieve these goals, I would need around 8,76,000, which is impossible for me. So what can I do? Either I can change the goals, or I can see whether can you get higher returns. Let's say instead of fixed deposit, I go for debt mutual funds, which can give around 9%. Even then the amount requirement is 6 lakhs, which still is impossible for me. How about balanced mutual funds? The amount reduces from 8 lakhs to 4 lakhs. However, I guess we can do better. So what I will do is, like, anything which is more than 10 years, I will invest in equity mutual funds, and anything which is less than 10 years, I would invest in balanced mutual fund. Okay, so that would require me to invest around 3 lakh per month, which is unrealistic as of now. In this case, what we need to do is probably we have to revise our goals. What is the other thing is, we can see like how much of my current assets can help towards this. Let's say I have around 5 lakhs in EPFs and PPF, which is for my future. And I have a house worth 30 lakhs, which I can sell it and purchase a bigger house later. So that brings it down to 3 lakh per month, which is again seems impossible for me. So in that case, we just have to revise our goals. So what are the ones which I can take out? Probably charity, like 87, for emergency. Okay. Probably my financial independence, instead of 1.5 lakh, I would have to do with around 0.5 lakh. So that will reduce to 1 crore. Okay, that has come down to 2 lakhs, but still seems impossible. Can we spend less on kids? Assuming that you have a simple marriage instead of a fact one. Please, that has come down to 2 lakhs. Probably I might have to give up my luxuries if I have to fund my kids. Basically, if I have to work for my kids, I have to give up my luxuries. Let's say instead of a luxury car, I just go with a normal car. Okay, that still is 0.8 lakhs. Even this seems impossible now. So probably instead of a very big house, I might move to some other town. Probably I'll just go for a 1 crore worth house. Okay, this has been down to 1,14,000. And higher education, probably my kids have to fund part of their education through their own loans. So I'll just fund 50% of their higher education. So that would mean that reduces the investment to 1 lakh. Okay. Probably I would give up on a big world tour and have small tours every month. I mean every year, probably 1 lakh or 2 within my savings. So that would mean we'll trim this for 10 lakh. Okay, that still sounds difficult. So probably I'll just probably have some small tours. Probably every year, one place we might go, might spend 1 lakh or 2. I guess that would be more suitable with the current condition which I am in. Okay, so basically after trimming our goals based on the reality of our lives currently, this seems possible if you have a decent salary. I mean, like if you're earning around 1.5 lakh or more. But if you are not having that, probably we might still have to give up on car or this house or education, marriage. Okay, probably I mean this might be achievable for a person who is earning, I mean who is around 30-31 years age, having more than 1 lakh salary. Probably this can be achievable combining with their wife. So mind you, this is goal as per you, but in case if you have additional incomes, I mean like your spouse, if she is working, so that would add another savings. Let's say she adds some 50,000 rupees savings, we can immediately increase our goals. So for this 83, this can add up to another 50k. So let's say we increase, we might want to have a big car. Okay, then we might have a big fat wedding. We want to have go for a bigger tour. Yeah, so that would increase the savings to investments to 1,20,000. So basically, like depending on how the income is, if your spouse is working along with you in terms of goals, probably you might have bigger goals. However, let me point out that these are goals as of today. I mean like as of today, if I have to achieve these goals, this would be my spending requirement. However, most people have increased savings as their salary grows, and it is in the later part of the career which gives them lots of savings which they can use for their kids' marriage or whatever. So but as of now, for the goals which I have, probably this is more a realistic path. So this is so here it is a sample goal for a sample plan which I created. Now we will look upon the condition of the hypothetical case which I have created earlier. So that guy which we are discussing, so he has currently he has around 930 lakhs of loans, around 25 lakhs home loan, another 6 lakhs other loans, and he's currently paying around 60k in loan repayments and investing only very minimal, which is again his PF contribution. So for him the goals are pay loan as soon as possible, then start investing for retirement, children, give to parents 1 lakh, go for a foreign trip, another 1 lakh. Can forget about the other goals. Now he has around 25 lakh home loan and around 6 lakh worth other loans. So let's say the target is 6 lakh. Start investing, let's say 1 crore. The target. Give to parents 1 lakh. Foreign trip 1 lakh. And this, let's say you want to finish it in a year. Investing for children. So his current worth of the goals is 1 crore. In future he would need around 10 crores. So let's see how much he would be needing it. So with no provision, he needs to invest around 1 lakh, which doesn't seem possible now. Here I'm putting 10% as the loan cost. So basically if you don't pay the loan early, your interest will be adding to the loan at 10%. He has around 2 lakh in cash, which he can use to prepay his loans. Then nothing else for this. That will require him to invest around 85,000 per month. But let's say instead of investing for around, we'll reduce this amount. To 50 lakhs. So that would mean around 15,000 investment per month, and the remaining, and after his expenses, after saving for his expenses in this year, he would invest around 15k per month for longer term, and the remaining he would use to prepay the loan. So that would require him to use around 69k. If we look at his income, inflow and outflow, currently around 66 goes in for investment and loan repayment, so which is like very close. So if you adjustments here and there, you will be able to achieve these goals. So now we have seen how like depending on a condition this guy is in, he has set his goals and find out how much amount he must invest and how to use his existing money. So likewise, you can also think on your own goals, what are your goals, and then you can similarly work on this sheet to put a value to your goals and find out whether how much in and find out how much you must invest and whether it is realistic. So probably if a wife is not working, she might start working if that goal is really important, or you can rationalize your goals to make it more realistic. So I hope with this session you would come to a clarity on the goals which you might want to have based on your perspective on life. I mean, you don't need to have, you can have any goal so long as it's your wish. I mean, like at the end of it, it's your life and your goal is as much important to you. No one can dictate what goals you should have or you shouldn't have. So as we discussed in this session, we have defined your goals and also we have calculated how much you must invest monthly to reach them. It's not necessary that your goals have to be perfect. So you can just think of whatever your current goals and have some provision for the longer term, and then as and when situation changes, you can revise your goals and the plans accordingly. But having a goal is important because unless you have a goal, you don't really know what you are doing. I mean, the focus would be missing from your part. And if there are any queries as well as any problem with calculations, any clarification you need, or any issue with the numbers, you think the numbers are too high or you want us to help you, you can contact us at help@MoneyOwl.in. Also, you can call me at 90086 27193. See you soon in the next session.